The M1937 B.A.R belt, used for carrying the Browning automatic rifle's magazines, can carry a total of 12 magazines, and it has been used throughout the Second World War for the Browning automatic rifle. But the service life have extended beyond the Second World War. It has been used by the Special Forces people in Nam. It has been used by Portuguese troops in the Angola War for their AR-10s, and it has been used by a detective in Rhodesia. This video is about using this bar belt for the G3 magazine. A lot of people uses the bar belt as a carrying option for 308 rifles, FAL, even SCAR and AR-10s. But for some reason, when I use it for the G3 magazines, it doesn't close up the flap. It can put it in, but it doesn't close up the flap. So I found a way to kind of extend the flap using the lift the dot system, which is the one that the B.A.R belts use. And this is basically a tutorial to extend the flap for the B.A.R belts for G3 magazines, if you have one. The tools that you need are an X-Acto knife, a hammer, a lighter, and a surface that allows you to do all the works on. For the materials, I choose the 1 yard long, 1 inch width cotton webbing, and you can also use nylon if you wanted to. The X-Acto knife will cut through it. A little bit hard, but it'll cut through it. And then it's the main part of this extension is the lift the dot fasteners. I choose the one with all fins. There's some in the market that requires a punch tool to do it. So I choose all fins for my hammer. We first start by cutting a 7.5 to 8 centimeter long strap from the roll. Now, of course, the end threads, after you cut the thing, there's always some leftover threads like this. So, of course, you're gonna burn it using this lighter. Shoot. And you burn a little bit, and then you kind of find an area to kind of scrape it, and you can see, make this harden so that all the threads are disappeared. The easiest way is you start with the hole first, because that's the important part. You need to connect the hole first, and then the rest is just how you want to measure it. Now, cutting the hole is not that hard. Well, it's kind of messy, but it's not that hard. You just have to remember to make your markings on the area that you want to cut, and this area and these 4 holes are the ones that you want to cut it. So of course you want to make the markings there. So after done marking, just take it out and start, cutting it. Not the round, of course, but the 4 area and then the middle part. And of course, if you wanna, make less mess of the fabric, you use some of the lighters. And let me see, just have to put it here. All right, just have to take out the excessive lighter, and then, of course, cut off those hard part. It's hard to kind of cut it off. Sometimes you have to use the X-Acto to kind of trim it off. Now, if you have a sort of this one's for threads, so it's not that easy to cut off the thick fabric, cotton fabric. This is canvas. You done cutting, and then you gonna put it inside here, inside the hole. It's kind of hard, but it's right there. I think I cut it clean, but you can still kind of do the trimming after you put it in and make a clear hole here. And then you cover up the base plate, and now you're gonna use the hammer to knock it down. Of course, it's gonna look like this. I don't want to knock the phone down, but if you just the same principle, hold four angles, and you just have to smash it a little, so until it kind of stay flat. Yeah. Now you use the one that you already made halfway, the hole. You click it on, and then you put the two magazines that you want to, obviously the G3, the two G3 magazines that you have, and you kind of put it in, and then you kind of measure it. It will be how much space you need, how much length you need to cover it up and to extend it. And then you just use, since there's a hole in here too, you use any marker to kind of make the mark. Now for the lift the dot, I mean the dots, the actual dots, it's much easier to do because I have this type of base plate. Basically, there's two holes and then just two hooks, two angles, and just have to punt. You just have to put it on and just use the hammer to punch it, and you're secured. Just because I don't have a special tool for this type of dot, because that thing requires a special punch tool. So yeah, just have to use this one to make your mark, your two-hole mark. If you can also use this original mark that you just made as a baseline and kind of move down a little, so you can make the flap a little bit tighter as you like. After you done punching through, it's gonna look like this, and then you just have to of course, this side is outside, this side is inside. So yeah. Yep. And you just have to punch it through. Keep punching through, and then you see the result. After a couple of smashing on the back plate, you're basically done with your barbell flap extension, and it's basically just a strap that connects the original barbell flap to the dot. I heard that the original World War II bar belts can accept two G3 magazines and close it up, but that's rumors. I didn't have the money to buy it, so yeah. And this video is mostly for people that probably are in the same predicament I'm having right here. So if you found this video and you made your own extension, good for you. I know this video is pretty shitty because this is my first edited video in this channel, and I haven't edited any videos since high school, back when I was doing school projects. So if you enjoy it, I'm glad. If not, whatever. That's life. Anyways, thank you for watching.